All right, hello and welcome again to another segment of the program Love Letters with TM Grace. How are you doing? Such a pleasant evening to you. How's been your week and how is your Sunday moving? Trust you're preparing well to face the new week. All right, and of course, I hope you have also had to, express the love contained in your heart towards your friends, families, colleagues at work, and even towards yourself. And of course, ultimately towards God. Because, love is God and God is love. All right, so love letters again for this week, where we'll be reading a few letters written by quite a few number of persons across and addressed to the being of God. And this first one actually would be from Moturayo. Yes, this is such a fantastic one, where Moturayo is saying, "For me, you create new heaven and a new earth. Thou art all fair, my love. There is no spot in thee. Loving you, oh my." Oh my. Of course, this is so, that feeling when you know that everything is new. Because when you have that presence, that's just exactly the feeling you get. That's the mood you find yourself, where everything feels new. You can imagine what it feels like to get a new clothes, like a new dress, and you're just rocking it, and you're like, this feels really nice. And you can imagine this away from dress, but a presence now, Anyway, Matraya is saying that there's no spot in her love, and that he creates for her a new heaven and a new earth, and of course, she is forever loving him. Sweet. Thank you, Matraya. I'm sure God so loves you too. All right, so we're taking this one from a lady called Ayoloro. Fantastic name though, Ayoloro. I see how some persons try to personalize God and make it seem as though it belonged only to them. Anyways, Ayoloro here is saying that, knowing I have a father that loves me excessively and can never fail me is such a grace. True. True, man. True. Yeah, a father that loves excessively and can never fail. Sounds like him, just so like him. Is one very certain, reliable, dependable being who will never fail us. And Lord, thank you so much for that. And I pray that grace continues to abide by you. Okay, this one is from Oluwatimile. Okay, of course, a few persons know I'm laughing that well. Well, this one says, "Father, I'm grateful. That's the top on the list. So how can I make that happen for you too?" Oluwatimile. Interesting. Sounds like me though. Of course, you know what gratitude does to us. You know how we feel when we just overwhelmed by the goodness of this life, by how much God has done, and that's just the top on the list for us. It's just so beautiful to be grateful. So beautiful to be grateful. And of course, this sounds also funny, because I'm sure someone is wondering, really, you're asking how you can make that happen for God? How is it even possible to make God grateful? I just feel that in our curiosity and our walk with God, I believe there are a few things we can still do that would really please Him, and that would, just get His heart excited. Yeah, I personally believe that. So, Luatumla is saying that gratitude tops the list for her, and that she's looking forward to seeing how she can make that happen for the being of God Himself. All right, I wish her the very best on that one. All right, so next we'll be taking this quote. Actually, it's a quote from a man named Lobincho Olanrewaju. Yes, Lobinko Olanrewaju. Pardon me, please. All right, so Olanrewaju here is saying that this is more like a reflection, Yeah, I think so. It is actually. All right, so he's saying sustained love is a matter of decision. Love is only the ignition that starts all relationships. Decision, on the other hand, is the fuel that keeps the relationship going. Alright, so that's from Labinko Olanrewaju. Wow, okay, so of course that's not like a letter, that's more like a reflection, like I earlier said. And personally this tells me that it's not just enough to say that I love this person, or I love that thing, or I just love God. It's way exceeds that. He's saying here that for a love to actually be sustained, it's more of a decision, yes, whereby you decide that no, this is it, and there's just no turning back from sharing my heart with this person, or sharing my heart with this thing, or holding on to this belief system, or things like that. So thank you so much for that heartfelt note, that reflection process that got you to come up with that kind of conclusion. All right, I wish him particularly further enlightenment as he grows in every respect of his life, and even in his walk with love specifically, and for us all that are listening. All right, so let's just take one more letter. This is from Phoebe. Oh, I love that name, Joe. Phoebe. Phoebe is not so much of a common name. Phoebe is these classic names. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, Phoebe is saying that so the fact that he was beaten and humiliated, I'm still wanting to meet him. Despite the fact that he was bruised and wounded, I still love him. Phoebe, sweet. This is really sweet, This is really sweet. And he just paints that picture of a mother and a child to me. You can imagine when a child goes to school and he's coming back home with his clothes dirty, his uniform all, really messed up. And the mom sights him from afar off, except for some moms though. That's a joke. Okay, so and the mom sights him from afar off, and it's like, of course, when you love your child, you do not care whether he's dirty or or he's not looking all too properly kept and all that. You hug irrespective, especially for someone like me that I so love hugs. It's just this thing hugs doors to me. It makes my heart feel so full, and I just feel that presence of life. When I get to hug people, I get to hug children, it's just such a loving experience. If you have not tried hugs recently, I think you should. That's after COVID actually leaves the scene anyway. All right, so so relating that to it, irrespective of how that child looks, the mother doesn't mind hugging him, asking him how was school and all. So if Phoebe is saying here that despite the fact that he was bruised, he was beaten, he was humiliated, she's still wanting to meet him, and despite the fact that he was wounded, she still loves him. It's just really sweet for me, and I can just imagine how lovely that will be, because all those bruises, of course, it took for us. All the wound, all the beatings, it took for us. All the humiliation, it took them all for us. So really, it makes a whole lot of sweet sense to still stick with him in spite of what he looks like. But I'm sure even right now, of course, as our Lord sits beside the Father, he's really looking all clean and sweet and beautiful. But in spite of whatever he looks like, especially while he was taking on that punishment and that beating, we still must love him, because he has loved us even before our lives began. And that's just so amazing. So amazing. Anyway, well, I've been really blessed from the few letters we've had to read today, and because we're trying to keep this as brief as possible, and of course as impactful as possible as well. we won't be taking more than this for now. Okay, so don't forget you can as well write your love letters addressed to the being of God and send them to me. Okay, guys, it's been such a fantastic time. Thank you so much for sticking out and for, sparing this time to listen to Love Letters with TM Grace. Thank you so much. I'm always so grateful for your listening ears and also for your feedback. Thank you. All right, guys, till I see you again next week at the same time. Let God alive and let love alive. Bye.